On May 31st, 2022, a Twitter user at PinkyPearl09, whose real name is Progress Soke Pirim, in a tweet called on Nigerians to help her get justice for her 10-year-old brother, identified as Prosper, who was allegedly raped by a 21-year-old man identified as Divine Soibifa Akpana in their compound in Port Harcourt, River State. According to Progress, Akpana allegedly raped her brother twice and threatened to harm him if he tells anyone. Progress, speaking with Rootstv Nigeria, narrates how the found out will happen.
What happened was on the 3rd of May, my mom called me. I called my mom to know how they're faring, just to hear from them, because I'm in the UK. So my mom told me that day that my younger brother was raped by my neighbor's son, that is 21 years old. The boy, they're actually our next door neighbor. We stay in the same compound, 28 Suka Street, my own job in Port Harcourt. And my mom told me that day that was the second time he was raping my younger brother, that my younger brother admitted it. There's a boy staying with the suspect, a small boy, I think he's around 15 years old. So the small boy saw him raping my younger brother and then confronted my younger brother to know what was actually happening. That was when my younger brother confided in the boy and told him that, see what Divine Soibifa Akpana did to him. That's the suspect's name. That is Soibifa raped him. So immediately the boy ran to my mom and told my mom that brother Divine has raped my younger brother. So my mom called my younger brother and asked him what was happening. Initially, my younger brother was scared of talking because apparently the boy had threatened my brother the first time that if he tells anybody, he's going to deal with him. So my younger brother was scared of talking. My mom tried to talk to him. My immediate younger sister, tried to talk to him. He was still scared. It was not until they reassured him that if he says anything, they're going to take him away from there so that nobody will hurt him. They're going to take him away, bring him over to the UK where I am, so that nobody will hurt him. So that was when he admitted. He told my mom and my dad that Soibifa raped him, I think on the 25th of April, from what they said, 25th of April, that he raped him, that he was just there and he was lying down, so if I raped him. And when he told my mom, he also told my mom about the first attempt, the first one Divine did to him, and how Divine threatened him that if he tells anybody, he's going to deal with him. So my mom was really troubled. So I called her and she told me. So immediately I told my mom to go to my one police station, which is the closest police station to our house, and report the case. So my mom went to police, my one police, reported the case that night, and they said they can't come that night because the boy Soibifa is a student. Soibifa Divine, the suspect, is a student of UST, so they cannot come that night to pick him up, since they don't know if he's going to be home or not. But they know that my mom told them that early morning, maybe by 6:30, he's going to be at home. He leaves for school by 7:38, so between 6:30 and 7:30 he should be at home. So they should come very early in the morning to pick him up. So very early in the morning, I called my mom to know if they've come to pick him up. She said she was going to the station to come with them. So they came to this house, picked him up and took him to the station.
She says her parents questioned the suspect, who admitted committing the crime.
He admitted to the crime and he was locked up that day. The next day, my mom called me that the IPO has been calling her to come to the station. So she went to the station. The IPO told her that they cannot keep him longer than 24 hours. And that was on the 5th of May. That was, I think, a Thursday, that they are going to transfer him to State CID on Monday, that's the following week Monday, or charge him to court. My mom said, but they cannot keep him more than 24 hours. So they have to make him sign an undertaking that he will be reporting to the police station. And then the parents should bail him. So apparently the parents bailed him and then he signed the undertaking. My mom called me. I wasn't really happy with the decision the IPO was making, I was suspicious of something, but I didn't want to say anything. Let me just observe and see if she was going to charge them to court the following week as she promised. But my mom kept going there the following week and was asking. She'll call them. The woman would just toss her around, come tomorrow, come next tomorrow. But in between that period, the first time when my younger brother the boy was arrested, my mom paid some money for for transport and stuff.
The victim's sister says her family reported the case at Mile 1 police station. She, however, adds that the investigating police officer, identified as Inspector Happiness, compromised the matter by receiving bribes from the mother of the alleged rapist.
My mom was really troubled, so I called her and she told me. So immediately I told my mom to go to my one police station, which is the closest police station to our house, and report the case. So my mom went to my one police, reported the case that night, and they said they can't come that night because the boy, Sebifa, is a student. Sebifa Divine, the suspect, is a student of UST. So they cannot come that night to pick him up, since they don't know if he's going to be home or not. But they know that my mom told them that early morning, maybe by 6:30, he's going to be at home. He leaves for school by 7:38. So between 6:30 and 7:30, he should be at home. So they should come very early in the morning to pick him up. So very early in the morning, I called my mom to know if they've come to pick him up. She said she was going to the station to come with them. So they came to the house, picked him up and took him to the station. It was in the police station. They questioned him, and then he admitted the crime, that he actually raped my younger brother. That the first time he raped my brother was in 2020. And that same 2020, he defiled my younger sister. The IPO told her that, why is my mom lamenting that after all, my brother was enjoying the act? How can a 10-year-old child enjoy being raped? If it were a child, will she even say that? How can the police officer say that about a 10-year-old boy, a boy that was raped, a boy that was defiled? That was what got me angry, and I had to come to social media to cry. The day the boy was arrested, that was on the 4th of May, I told my mom to take my younger brother to the hospital immediately, because I'm a nurse. I know what it entails. I know he has to be checked properly, take treatments to know that just to be sure that he's fine, and then do some blood tests. So I told my mom to take him to the hospital, Orobom Hospital in Port Harcourt. That was where my mom took him to, and then they did HIV screening and some tests on him. Luckily, when my mom called me, she said the HIV test was negative, but they were going to give him injections. So they gave him injection that day, and then they told them to come back the following week to collect the medical reports and take another injection. So the following week, my mom went there with my younger brother. They gave him the next injection and then gave them the medical report. So when they gave them the medical report, my mom sent it to me. I read it, and actually, yes, my brother was raped, because according to the report, what is happening, my mom will say she doesn't know, that the woman has not charged to court. My mom, with the help of our family friend that is a lawyer, wrote a petition and went to State CID by herself. And then State CID said they are going to send a signal to my one police station to transfer the boy. And then my mom said, okay, after everything, as all formality has been done, she called the State CID. My mom called the State CID. State CID said they had sent a signal to my one police station. That was 2 weeks ago. And then they're expecting a response from them, that let them just give them till Thursday. Till Thursday. So Thursday there was no response from them, and then my mom went there to know what was happening. This woman, when my mom went there, she asked the lady. The lady said the lady was just telling my mom that she would transfer the case, and my mom got angry and went to the DCO, and the DCO to complain that this case has not gone to State CID. State CID has sent a signal, but this woman is not sending the file to State CID to start the case. So the DCO called the IPO to know what was happening. According to what my mom told me, the IPO was just lying that nothing is happening.
She notes that while the case was going back and forth, the IPO asked her mother why she was lamenting. After all, her son was enjoying the act.
The suspect is on the run. Him and the mother ran to Cross River State with the help of the father. And till now, they've not heard from them. What my mom told me today was they are calling him, they are calling the mother, but her number is not going through. I think she knows that her husband has been arrested, but she doesn't want to come out.
Progress said her mom took her brother to the hospital to run some tests on him. He didn't get any negative report.
My family wants, we don't want money, we don't want anything physical. We just want justice for my brother. We want justice to be served. We want this boy to face the law, whatever Nigerian law says for him. That is what we want. We just want justice for my brother. We want my brother to feel very fine, for him to be strong, for him to come out of this thing strong. That is all we're asking for, justice.
She also adds that her family is trying to get a therapist who would help him. The victim's sister added that the suspect and his mother are currently on the run. This episode has been traumatic for the entire family and especially the victim. All her family wants now is justice.